Hey, what's up guys? Danny and Seb once again in the third video on chokes. This week we're working a lot of collar chokes, so we did some collar chokes from the guard position, the mount position, side control when the person was turned to the side, knee on stomach. Today we're going to review some basic collar chokes from the back, but first I want to talk about the rear naked choke, or also known as the mataleao in Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, so check it out. So first things first, the best way to practice the rear naked choke is always kneeling behind your opponent or your training partner in this case, okay? So what I want to do is always make sure that I bring my arm deep enough so I have to have my bicep against the neck and the forearm on the opposite side. So if you notice, the chin is almost parallel with my elbow, the tip of my elbow. That way there, I know I have a good blood rear naked choke. Now I'm gonna hold my own bicep, put the hand or the palm of my hand behind his head. Always behind and not above. It's above the forehead. What's going to happen is going to peel that arm off. You won't be able to finish the rear naked choke. So what we need to do is hide the arm, or the hand in this case, behind his neck. And now I'm going to press forward and finish the choke. So as a drill, what we like to do is just go from one side and lock it. And then opposite side, I plunge in, control. Once my palm is on top of his shoulder, I know I have a proper position. Hold my own bicep and sink in the rear naked choke. Now, when we want to practice this in reality, we would have the back control position. The back control is going to be here when I have two hooks. My hooks are around his legs and I'm in a seatbelt position. This is a good back control position. My knees are pinching his waist and my heels are pointing downwards like this, okay? But it's sometimes hard to finish the rear naked choke from here simply because if you notice now, my head is almost even to his. Earlier, my head was above his head. Every time my head is higher than my opponent, that's a good way to do the rear naked choke. But now when we're even, it's a little bit more challenging. So what we're going to choose to do is attack using the jacket, or the collar in this case. So the first collar choke, I feed this collar to the inside hand, or the one that's on top of his shoulder, and the opposite one, which is the one that's underneath his armpit, is going to reach for the opposite side, so the other side of his jacket. That's going to be the cross collar. So now notice how I'm going to pull this one behind him, but at the same time pull this one across him. So it's a cross collar choke, and I'm gonna look at the choke like this, okay? So one more time, I'm here, I open, feed the lapel, grab the opposite side lapel, and I look at the choke, and I drill both sides equally. I'm gonna go here, grab the jacket here, don't wanna go too low, just above, or I should say below my own forearm, and finish the choke. And we're just gonna keep going like this when you wanna drill the chokes from one side to the other. And now it's very important, where I'm grabbing the collar to choke his neck is where my head is located, so I can see what I'm doing, okay? The last one, sometimes when we're here, is once I feed the first lapel inside my hand, before I can even reach this one, sometimes he's gonna open up his jacket, I can't really reach here. And because my arm is on this side, the only safe, sound solution for him is to turn towards his left side. So as he starts to turn here, if I try the same collar choke, it's not gonna cut it for me anymore. So now what I need to do is when he starts to turn this way, he gives me the perfect angle to bring this behind his neck, frame his head, and finish from here. Okay, this is called a single wing, which we've seen in the previous video, but now we're doing it from the back, okay? So on this side, same thing, I feed the collar. Before I can even reach here, he's gonna start to turn facing me. As he turns, I'm gonna post, grab behind the neck, and finish from here. Now notice every time I use my leg is I post my knee behind his shoulder to stop him from going to the mat, and my foot on his hip to stop him from keeping on turning towards me. So I'm gonna go here, one. As I reach for this one, he turns, knee goes behind his shoulder, foot goes onto his waist, and this one frames behind the neck to finish from here. And that's our single wing choke, guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Once again, as usual, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't so already. Until the next video, train hard, train smart, keep on choking. Take care.